What's up?
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I just wanted to. I saw that what you got pinned there saying how come Obama uh and them did it, and it was wasn't that much ruckus about it. What do
Oh,
you
okay.
think?
Hold on. Before you state that, is it true or not true that Obama deported more people than Trump and Biden? Is that an accurate statement?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, go ahead. I just wanted to clarify that, but go ahead about your comment. Sorry.
Okay, it's true that it happened, but why do you think there was such a ruckus made about it then?
Because back then, I think the Democrats were a different kind of people back then. To be honest, social media wasn't how it is now. Trump came in, changed the game. I think there's a lot of reasons. It's like a layer of onions why it's different. I would like to know why you think it's different then and now, because you are right. Obama deported more people than Trump and Biden. That's a fact. Why do you think?
I think because they did it orderly, quietly, and strategically
Oh,
without
okay.
causing
Oh, so
let
the
me
kids
say
in cages.
hold up, without causing fear and terror.
Oh, so the kids in cages. Obama put the kids in cages, correct? So I guess that wasn't fearful for them whatsoever, huh?
Well, are you agreeing with? So are you
No,
agreeing with?
no, I actually no,
What I'm
because you
saying,
know
are
what?
you
I don't know because I think a lot of this stuff that we're seeing is propaganda with the Trump
okay?
deal.
Okay,
I think it's propaganda, but it don't matter though. By your admission,
so
Obama deported more people. So what does it matter? The fear and
so
loathing, or the actual
so,
numbers that
so do
Obama
you
deported more
so,
people? Are
so
we gonna go
you
off emotion or facts?
do you agree with the way Obama did it?
I actually like Obama. Tom Homan worked for Obama. That's one thing I like about Obama is that he deported a lot of people. I'm actually impressed. We need to get them numbers up for Trump.
So,
So
so you so you
I'm happy with how Obama did it. Yes, I am. He had good numbers.
so you agree the way he did the
Oh,
deportations.
I don't know how he did it, but he did it, and he had the best numbers. So I do
What
salute
he
him for
got it.
that.
Well, he got
But
it done.
but
He
like
got
I
it.
said, why are
He
you
got
worried
it done
about?
with.
What are you talking about? Fear? What's the fear and all this
He
stuff you're
got
talking
it
about?
done.
I don't see
Well,
that. What are you
when he
talking
was
about?
do when he was doing it, there were people riding in the streets and doing all these things.
Okay. So what's your
That's that
point?
that 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 that. Well, that's my point. You weren't sending people the military and all this stuff. He coordinated with the governor.
Oh,
Oh, he was coordinating with the governors. He was doing things the right way, and
so
they complain about Obama being such a bad president. His immigration policy sucks, and at the same time, you're giving him credit for the way he did things. That's
no,
hypocritical.
I didn't say for the way he did things. I said for the numbers and the actual
Well,
the
and the
results.
important and
But
his
hold
immigration
on. So
party.
what do you hold on? What do you want Trump to do? If LA's burning and Trump didn't send
Well,
no
first
help
of
and they
all,
burnt, hold on. Can I talk? Let me finish. I'll let you talk. So if Trump didn't send the military or give any help or assistance to any state or city that's burning, you think that's a better deal than him sending any military assistance?
first of all, LA's not burning.
It ain't burning.
No, yeah, I've seen a couple
They're not
cars.
pelting. Hold on.
I've seen a couple
They're
cars. Seen a
pelting
couple
officers with
rides.
rocks. They're burning
Yeah, yeah,
cars. You
yeah.
didn't
I've
see
seen
that?
that. I've seen that, but it's the whole city's not burning.
Well, you know what I meant, sir. I'm pretty sure
No, I
you're of
know.
age.
I
You
mean,
know what I meant.
yeah, but
Is
it's
it
the way
peaceful?
you're saying
Is
it.
it
The
peaceful?
whole,
It's not
whole
peaceful.
some of it is, some of it isn't.
Okay. Okay.
But the whole it's all being blown out of proportion. The whole thing's not burning down and all that. You have people protesting. Even the Trump even says, even if somebody protests, we have a right to protest. If somebody protests
Yes.
on that parade, he's going to lock people up.
That's
That's
not
wrong,
true.
dude.
Come on, Zulu man. That's
That's
not
what he
true,
said.
man.
Did,
Zulu.
did he not
No,
did he
come
not
on,
say
brother.
that?
Come on, brother. That's not
Did
true, bro.
did he not say
Trump,
that?
no. Trump's press secretary said that Trump is for peaceful protest. Now, when you start looting for Adidas and going to Foot Locker and stealing iPhones, you know what I'm saying? That's
No, he
not
didn't say that,
protesting.
man. I
No, that's
saw him
not
say
protesting.
if
Whenever you
he
setting
said
up
if
the
there's
Waymo
any. I
cars,
watched
hold
him
on.
come out of his mouth.
When you start Waymo cars on fire and you're assaulting police officers, that is not a peaceful protest, bro. I know
He's
you're not. I know you know better.
Well, okay. Well, I saw him on TV, and he said on the day he has that parade, if there's anybody protests, they're gonna
No,
pay
that's
dearly
not what he
for it.
said.
That's what he
That's
said.
but that's not what he
Oh
said.
man,
No,
okay,
he's
all right,
hey,
brother, man. You know, That's cool. And I also heard you say that you're a
Go
Christian,
ahead.
right?
Yes, sir. My faith
Yeah.
is in Christ.
Yeah. And the only thing you care about is just your family, and that's it.
Yeah, I do. I
Yeah.
care about my family. I care about my
That's
wife and my
well. That
kids. I mean,
would
why
you
do I want
say?
to? Hey,
Would
hey,
you say
Zulu,
that? Would you
Zulu.
say
Why do
that's
I want to
being?
lie? What?
I'm just saying. Would you say that's being Christian? Just thinking about your family and nobody else?
Yep. Yep. You know
Okay.
why?
Well, there
You know
you go.
why?
Well,
Because hold on,
that's that.
let me talk. Let me talk. So me caring about my own home and my family, that means I want the best for them. So if I go
Yeah.
out in public
Of course.
hold on, if I go out in public and something's not right, I'm gonna protect my family, right?
Right.
If something's wrong in my city as far as the taxes and these corrupt politicians, which I go against them at the city hall, I'm gonna do for my family, and in turn that helps out other families that are like mine because I do for my family so much that it actually affects my whole community. See what I'm
Well,
saying? I think we should make this country great again by focusing on our home, then our community and our city, and then our state, and then our country. That's why I think that's the best way to look at it is to care about my wife and my kids. God gave me the commandment to do so, to protect the weak and to protect what He gave me. So that's why I do. I mean, you're not going to shame me for putting my family
I am
first,
not
bro.
trying to shame you,
You're
brother.
trying to. I'm not dumb.
No,
You're trying to shame me because I
no,
said that I
I'm
care about
not.
my
I'm
wife
trying
and my
to.
kids.
I'm
So
trying to.
do you care about your wife and your kids?
I'm trying. What I'm trying to say is, brother, when you have politicians and people that have platforms and that people respect, words have meaning. Now you just explained what you mean, but other people hear those things differently. Okay,
What does it matter? What does it
It
matter?
does
The
matter
words or what you hear, but
because
my
people
actions matter. Hold on,
be,
my actions should matter more than my words. But go ahead.
your actions do make more than your words, but they should match them too. Okay.
So what's wrong? Okay, Zulu. What's wrong with me saying that I put my wife and my kids before
Nothing.
anybody else?
No.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong is what I think is wrong is when you say all I care about is my kids and that's and nothing else. That's what you said.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you want me to do? Care
Nothing
about
else.
every?
Nothing
So
else.
you want me to care about child predators?
No, I did I say that?
Well, you want me to care for everybody. Obviously, I'm a Christian that
No,
I work hard for my wife and my
no,
kids. And
no.
I'm not. You're
I
not
didn't say
gonna
you have to
hold on,
care.
Zulu man. You're not gonna shame me, bro, for
I am
caring
not
about my.
shaming you, brother.
No, you're
I'm just
trying to.
telling you.
You're trying to make me feel
I'm
bad
just.
and feel
I'm
guilty
not
for
trying to
putting my
make you
wife and my
feel
kids
bad.
first.
I'm just
I'm gonna
trying
do
to.
for my home.
I'm just trying. I'm just trying to understand what you mean when you
There,
say
there-
these things.
you know what? All right, let me tell you, Zulu. It's called healthy selfishness. If you cannot care for your own family, the Bible even says you should take care of your home before anything else. If
I
you
have no.
can't,
Of
oh, can I
course.
talk? Zulu, can I talk? This is the Bible. It says that you should care for your home and your household first before you care about anything else. If my house is not in order, I will be a hypocrite. I will be a disgrace to the Christian community to try to care about other things in my community. My backyard has to be clean. My bed has to be made. My restroom has to be clean. My home has to be clean before I start going out there and try to change the world. You see what I'm saying? My family comes first. My house has to be in order before anything else, and I'm not ashamed of saying that.
Okay. Well, your house is in order, right?
Yes.
Okay. So so you could be caring about other things too. Your house is in order.
Well, good. Well, I
Yeah.
just told
Okay.
you. I
So
I
why would
just
you say?
told you
Why would
earlier
you
that I
say?
go to count. Hey, look at my videos. I go to council meetings. I call out corrupt politicians. I do for my city. I'm not just going to Trump rallies. I'm out there active in my community. I actually do a lot more things, but I don't want to sit here and brag or boast. But I do care about my community, bro. Okay. But don't think. Look, I say I care about my wife and my kids. I don't know why that would offend you or anybody
That did
else.
not offend me at
Hey,
all.
sir, hold on. As men, right? As white men, we should care about our families. As good American citizens, we should care about our children and our wives. Would you agree
Okay.
with that
As white
statement?
men, all
Yes,
men
I'm
should care
white.
about it. You
Well,
said
yeah, well,
all.
I agree with that too. I agree with that too. All
See
men.
that
Well,
word
I
right
don't know if you're
there.
black. I don't know if you're black, brown, or white. I'm
By
just
you
saying
saying
all
that,
real men, all
by
real Christians. Let me
okay,
correct myself. All real
okay.
Christian
See, there
men
you go.
should care about their families and their wives and
Okay,
protect them with their
but see,
lives.
by saying all white men should, right there, that implies that that other people shouldn't.
Does Let me ask you a question.
You see what
Does
I'm
the
saying?
phrase let me
You
ask
just
you a
had
question.
you had to
Zulu. Zulu.
you yourself just corrected
Zulu.
yourself.
Let me ask you a
You
question,
yourself
Zulu.
just corrected yourself.
Zulu, let me ask you a question. Thank you for that gift. Let me ask you a question, Zulu. Does the phrase white lives matter, does that offend you?
No,
Okay, good. Zulu, let me ask you another question. Are you a Christian?
Yep.
Okay, so let me ask you another question. You care about everybody else.
Everybody else. What do
You
you mean? I
care.
care about I care about other people just besides myself. Yeah, and my
Okay,
family.
so you care about everybody. I mean,
Uh,
it don't matter who they are. You care about them, right? That's what you're saying.
well, as a Christian, we're supposed to care. I care about
Oh,
other people and people that are in need and everybody else.
so do you care about your wife and your
Do you
kids?
believe that?
Hold on. Yes, I do. But do you care about your wife and your kids?
Yeah,
How many kids do you have?
I don't have any kids.
How so you have a wife?
No,
So how are you going to get on here and try to tell me that?
because you keep asking me
Hold
all these
on,
questions and trying to pin me.
hold on.
You keep asking all these questions, and all I'm
You're
saying to
wifeless.
you,
Hold on, sir.
all I'm
So
saying to
let me
you.
talk. You're wifeless. You're childless, and you're
uh,
upset that I said that I should care about my wife and my kids
I'm
before
not
anybody
upset
else.
about that. I'm just saying, I'm just
You're
asking
offended.
you. I'm not
You.
offended. I'm not offended, dude. I'm not offended at all. You know,
But then why? Then
I'm
why
just
does it
saying
bother? Okay,
you have a
okay. Then why does it
platform.
bother you? Okay, hold on, Zulu. Why does it bother you that I made that statement that I should care about my wife and my kids, and then you don't even have a wife or kids?
It does not bother me that you have to care about your wife and kids.
So why
What
did you
is
bring it up? So why'd you bring it up then if it don't bother you?
what is up here? What is offended is how you're talking. You're saying, as a white man,
I'm
as a
white.
white man, I should
My
care about. I
Zulu.
should,
My
it's like
birth certificate
you
says
just say
white.
as
My
a
birth
man, dude.
certificate.
As a
My
man, you
hold
should be
on,
doing
hold
that.
on, hold on. My birth certificate says white.
I
So
don't
what do you want me to
care.
do?
I don't care. As
So
a man, what
so
does white
what
have
do
to
I
do
look like
with
to
it?
you?
What does white have to do with it? You're a man, aren't you?
You're bringing it up, not me.
You said as a white man.
I'll say what I want to say. But
Okay, well, I'll
hold
say what
on,
I want
Zulu.
to
Hold
say.
on, Zulu, brother man, brother man. You're going down the weeds, bro.
Okay, brother, man. First of
Hold
all, you're
on,
not my brother.
hold on. You called me brother earlier. You called me
First of all,
brother
you're not my
first.
brother.
You call, hey man, I'm not your brother. You're right about that, but you called me
Okay.
brother first. I said brother
Uh-huh.
man. But anyways,
I
Zulu,
didn't say brother. I said
earlier,
bro.
bro is short for brother. But let's
Yeah,
continue.
man. I didn't say brother, man.
Zulu, Zulu. So you said earlier that you didn't. So why did you bring up that me, caring about my wife and kids? Why did that bother you, or why did you have to bring up that topic or that phrase I said? Why don't you
Well,
like that?
first, first the whole thing started off about the Obama thing, and then we started
Are
going off
are
on
you
this
an
other
Obama
stuff.
supporter?
Am I about an Obama supporter?
Yes.
Yeah,
And you're a Christian?
yeah.
What do you think we should do with illegals? What should we do with them?
We should give them due process and follow out our assignment, give them asylum if they ask for it, like it says on the Statue of Liberty.
The Statue of Liberty is not the Constitution, Zulu.
Well, what is it there for?
Oh, well,
Nino, what is
it
it
was a
there for?
gift. It was a
What is
gift
it
from
that, and
France
what
or
does it say
somebody.
on it?
It
What
was
does
a
it say on
gift.
what does it say on it,
But
Nino?
you know what, Zulu, you're the typical liberal. You think you think that.
Now
Hold
I'm a
on.
liberal. Now I'm a
Well, I don't know.
liberal.
I don't
But
know.
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
a
tell you this.
hypocrite.
Can I
The
talk,
Statue of
Zulu?
Liberty said, what does it say?
That
Can I
Statue
talk?
of
Can I say
Liberty.
something
Hold
for a
on. No,
change?
let me talk.
Can I?
It's my turn to talk. Hold on. I'm gonna say this. That Statue of Liberty has nothing to do with America as far as dictating rules and laws. It was a
Apparently not.
gift. Hold on. It was a gift. It was a gift. And if you look into the origins, I think it's somewhat some kind of occult symbolism, but I'll leave it at that. But the Statue of Liberty is not the Constitution. Okay. The rule of law is this: if you come into my country illegally, you can and are subject to being deported. It's
Okay.
simple and plain.
Okay.
Trump didn't make the law.
How do you come in?
Hold
How do
on.
you?
Obama
How
didn't
do
make
you?
the law. It's time to
How do
enforce
you
the
come
law.
in legally?
Well, I honestly
You have to
don't know
get
the
here.
procedure. Hold on, let me talk. You asked me a question. I don't know the actual procedure, but I would
Okay.
think you hold on. I would think you get on the phone, you contact somebody in the that division of immigration slash citizenship, and you start the process that takes years and thousands of dollars because I don't think it should be easy to become a citizen here. Hold on,
It
because hold
isn't
on.
easy.
This is the greatest country in
Man, are you
history.
going to give me a
Hold
chance to
on, can
say
I talk?
anything?
Can I talk? Hold on.
Man, that's all you've been doing is talking.
I'll let you talk. Zulu, hold on, hold on. Look, Zuluman, you start the procedure and you wait where you're at and you do your paperwork like everybody else that did it legally, and then you come in, right? I don't think that it's right that people come here, jump the line, and just say, hey, I can't be deported because I skipped the line. Go ahead.
You know the okay. First of all, you just admitted you don't know the process.
I
So
don't know
for,
what to a I don't know what to a T. You want me to lie?
you
I'm not
just
gonna lie
admitted
on
that.
here. Zulu, I'm not gonna
You
lie on
just
here.
admitted
I don't
that.
know the exact process, okay? But I know it
Okay,
starts with you.
you just admitted that.
Okay.
So just admit that you don't know the process.
Do you?
Yeah.
What's the process?
All you have to do is get on American soil, and that's when the process starts.
So you want? Yeah, that ain't the. That's a
Yeah.
messed up process.
Then it takes
This
years.
guy.
Look, they're deporting. They're
He said
deporting.
get
They're
on.
deporting.
He said get on
Why do
American
you? Why do you
soil.
think they get? How do you think they get here? How can you listen, man? Are you gonna let me say anything? How can
Go
the
ahead.
process start if you're not here? If you don't get here?
I just told you the phone, the internet. We
Phone?
live
What
in
if you don't got a phone?
2025.
What if you don't got a phone?
Well, that ain't my problem.
Oh, see,
Then you can't afford. Then
now
you
you're
can't
being
afford to be a
disingenuous,
citizen.
man.
If you don't have a phone,
Now you
Zuluman,
who
Zulu.
who
If
you
you
gonna
don't have a
call?
phone,
Ghostbusters?
if you can't afford a phone, you can't afford citizenship, bro. What
Who
are you
you gonna
talking
call?
about?
Poor people. That's why they come here. They're poor. They come here to work.
How do you
What are you
know that?
talking about?
How do you know that?
What are you talking about?
Zulu, Zulu, how do you know they come here to work? How do you know they don't come here to bring bad things, to
Well,
bring
how you know
people? Hold on. Can I
are you gonna
talk
let me
now?
say
Can
anything,
I
brother?
talk?
Are you gonna
Can
let
I
me?
talk?
That's all you do is
Can I
talk.
talk?
They're showing up at work to pick these people up, dude.
Good.
Okay, so
Good.
what do you mean? How do I know they come here to work?
Good. You oh, you think that's all they do, Zulu? Come on,
Oh, come
bro.
on,
Come
man.
on.
What is
Come
that?
on, man. Like Obama said, come
They're showing up
on,
at
man.
work to pick them up, dude.
I don't
What are you
care if they're
talking
on the
about?
toilet. Hey, Zulu, I don't care if they're in the restroom. If they're here illegally, knock knock, you got to go.
Well, if they're here illegally, they're right to due process. They
No,
get
they
at least
don't.
got to get a
Illegals
hearing.
don't have rights to
They at
due
least have to
process.
get a
No, that's not
hearing.
true.
Yeah,
No,
it is true. It is
no.
true.
Anyways, all right, Zulu.
Have a good day,
I got
brother.
many people that want to get on here. Final words. Go ahead, Zulu. Final words.
Okay. Well, I'm here. I'm not here just to put you down or anything like that. I just like I'm listening to you talk, and I just want to hear what you had to say about it. And you say you don't know a lot of things about the process. Maybe you ought to learn a little
You
bit more about it.
okay?
Can I finish my closing statement, brother? I called you brother. I'm trying to get to know you. All right.
Okay.
I'm not trying. I'm not trying to put you down, man. But what I'm saying is maybe you should get to know the process a little bit better before we start tossing people out, spreading fear, sending tanks down there. You know, because and all that. I mean, and Obama, they managed to deport way so many people without all this chaos, and there's a reason why that happened.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. Well,
Have a
thank you,
good
Zulu.
day,
Good to
sir.
meet you. Good to
Good to
meet you.
meet you too.
Okay.